Oh, right. I have to actually click on here for it to load. Ah! Alright. Game is taking a bit to load. Uh-oh, my controller. Well, this was unexpected. I turn it off after every... Why is it stuttering like that? It's not good. It's chugging there, too. This is a night where I have to go without the avatar, then. I guess so. I'll close out the avatar. Alright, so that doesn't want to work. What if I just flip them around? Hey, 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 hey! Well, this is annoying as fuck. I'll be right back. Okay. Ugh! How did Savage go? It wasn't that bad. It was, we got pretty far. Or got to see a lot of the mechanics, I should say. We'll be trying more, potentially, apparently tomorrow. But we'll see. Depends on some other factors. Alright, I have a functioning controller now. I really don't like that these games do this. Oh, it is still chugging. What? Oh, this is bad. What the hell? I don't need this open anymore. Same with that. I'll turn that off. Close that out. Yeah, the frame rate's really bad. Sorry. What was it? Yeah, we gotta take the ferry. Oh wait, no, we just got to where we needed to go? Yeah, this looks like...
Let's go.
We don't have any more business at the club. Okay, so I was wrong. Okay. About going this way. Ah, we're still really, wonky. Was it the Warship Harbor? I can't remember where I'm supposed to go. You wanna go to Warship Harbor? That's no place to visit after a piss up. Alright, mind yourself and climb aboard.
incredible.
Whoa. Wow, it didn't hit me until we got right up close to it. This runner really is huge.
Hey!
Oi! Over here! Keep your heads out of the clouds, will you?
Sam!
You bumpkins can fawn over the Charadrius all you want later. We won't be flying for a good while anyway, what with the soiree and all.
Huh.
Soiree? What's that? Hey, boss. How about you don't go telling them anything they don't need to know? We aren't officially friends yet. Now follow me. I'll give you the grand tour.
Got it.
Oh, and a friendly warning. Be on your best behavior. You try anything clever, you're dead on the spot. Make a rude comment to Lord Luis, drop dead on the spot. Got it? Not shy about making threats. We'll stay on his good side, okay?
Seriously.
Let's not test his patience then, eh? Lord Luis is in the reception room. You don't want to keep him waiting.
We're off.
Probably should have just done a full computer restart before doing stream. Technically, I had time.
Check this out.
I don't feel like reading a bunch today.
What now?
I'll save over this one.
Got it.
The chunkiness is unreal.
I'm leaving.
Oh, wait. And here we are. Go on in. Don't wander off until you get used to it. This place can be a real maze. Alright. It is not liking stuff tonight. Maybe it's a good thing I was only going to do like an hour or two.
Yeah?
Wow, there's so many soldiers here. I suppose we should have expected as much from Luis's stronghold. I feel like we're always being watched.
Well,
Like it or not, an Elder recruit is always going to stand out. But we're on the same side as all of them for now, so stand tall.
And yet...
oi! You're not serious.
This is pretty straightforward on where to go.
Got it.
The reception room is on the top floor. This lift will get you there.
What in the...
What was that? Heh, happens to everyone. Is that some sort of magic controlled locking mechanism?
Yeah?
It keeps the suspicious element out. You know, like the bastards pretending they're grunts when they're actually assassins.
I see.
Seems like a secure system. I assume you need a key to get around?
Yeah.
There's different keys for different areas. Only a select few ranking soldiers have them. You want to walk freely around the runner? Then you're going to have to move up our ranks a bit first. Okay.
Evidently.
Keys are only given to high-ranking soldiers, is it? Navigating this place may prove difficult without those in our possession. They're really hammering this home. We'll need to acquire them then. Oi! Quit trading treacherous whispers amongst yourselves, eh? Quit with the gossip and get on already.
Oh, nice.
It's much bigger than I thought. I almost forget we're inside a gauntlet runner. Quit looking around so much. Now, what have we got here? Are we letting schoolboys in the ranks now? These kids are our new recruits? Gargantuan man. Alright. So that's all it took, eh? A little show at the exhibition. Used to be you'd have to prove yourself before you could stand with the Count's men.
No.
They got Lord Luis's approval. That's not enough for you. I'd keep it to yourself before someone knocks you off that pedestal.
What's the meaning of this?
What? These pissants? Against me? Please, I'm a bloody sergeant. We could settle this right here, right now. They'll be wiping you off the walls.
Don't even try it.
Oh, leave it out, Xanth. Get your arse back to your post. That's an order.
Understood?
Just get this through your tiny heads. Power is everything around here. I give you 3 days at most till you run home, tails between your legs. With my sub 30 FPS that's happening right now? Probably.
Seriously.
You just gonna stand there or are you gonna move? Come on.
Here.
And this would be Lord Luis's quarters? No. Just a reception room, lass. It'd be daft to show a pack of strangers straight to his private quarters, wouldn't he?
All right.
Lord Luis is waiting inside. Enter.
Hey,
Guess that's my cue. I'll try looking around for the formula. Be careful. Lots of sharp eyes about. I'll try. You all stay safe too. See you soon, I hope.
A beautiful city, Haven. But
Oh.
it is its identity.
Oh,
I
it's so
truly
bad.
respect.
Hang on. Why does this do this? When the rolls with the frame rate, just getting slideshows. I know. I'm trying to fix it. I don't know what's going on. Oh, did that do it?
Oceana's navy might well have won them the Annex War, if your Cronia hadn't chosen to forgo their honor and launch an opportunist attack in the wake of a storm.
Hello.
Even now, united in the kingdom, their pride in their power is what keeps this city alive.
Uh-huh.
You wish to join my ranks. I need ask little else.
Aw.
Instead,
Time for
I would
art?
hear what you
No.
wish to know most. Ask and I will answer. That is why I've bid you come here.
Here we go.
Why is that an option? What's your plan against Forden?
How do you plan on winning against Forden?
I will kill him.
Oh,
Not
pretty
that my victory
forthcoming there.
rests on doing so. That man and Sanctism both are malignant tumors in this country's flesh and must be excised to save it.
Aren't candidates protected by the king's magic?
The king is not a god. There is
No.
always a way. It is clear
Let's just
no
say I
small
left Final
conviction
Whoop in the
drives you.
background.
Perhaps keeping you close will prove useful. You, assembled company, I hereby permit you to enter my service.
We are much obliged.
This is a heart of magic silver. Cut your finger and let the blood flow. A
Denies
proper
you
right
art
of
and gives you a
loyalty.
slideshow. Is it really
Shows
like
how all
streaming
our
that
blood
badly?
flows through the same heart.
Watch yourselves, though. If your own heart's not true to our cause, well, it's not just a drop you lose. Might take off a whole...
Hold him.
You hesitate.
It's just...
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray.
The art slideshow. No!
But power and order trumps all. That
See
is
it
the
chugging?
crux of my
Yeah.
rule.
Oh, there's one other thing I can maybe try.
Good. It would appear we've passed.
Ha! Look at you, like knock-kneed lambs. Just having a bit of fun with you, eh? You think I'd go to all that effort?
It's smooth all of a sudden. I didn't even do anything yet.
On August 13th, I intend to hold a soiree in this city. It seems a fine opportunity for you to make your debut in my retinue.
On the 13th? Okay.
Very exclusive, see? Only for those good enough to be part of our
I didn't kill
campaign.
anything. I just resized
You
final.
should feel honoured.
As my gauntlet runner requires some maintenance, the party shall be held at the feast hall where I'm staying.
This is
In the
why I need to
meantime,
get a new graphics
Do
card.
as you will.
Only this area feels any different from the rest. I need a key to get in, though. It'd be nice if I could see what's going on in here, too.
Is that boy candidate here already?
Yep.
Meeting with Count Luis as we speak, I think. Didn't think he'd end up on our side.
I expect we'll run into each other on the job, eh? That said, let's get back to our rounds.
Yikes! They're coming this way! I have to hide!
Hiding in the vents. The only problem is the card I want. It's not available anywhere right now either.
Is this the other side of that door? Never thought it'd lead to a place like this. This area just screams suspicious with all the guards. The formula's gotta be somewhere around here. Is someone coming?
Oh, it's
Fakers
Juna.
would show up now. Isn't that the songstress? What is she doing here?
Lady Juna, is something amiss?
I do recall saying I didn't need a personal guard today.
Yes, but this is Luis's personal quarters.
See, now we're back to
We
chugging.
thought in case you needed.
Kind of curious. Let me pull up something. I like how it's been fine before, and it's just lately it's like getting worse and worse.
Well, I don't. You can do your guarding downstairs for today. Do you understand? And, well...
It's definitely, the graphics card is like at almost near max capacity.
I mean, do you really want to be guarding this door when Count Luis returns?
Everything else is
Oh,
perfectly
the
fine,
things
so
we
it's
would
just a
hear.
graphics card.
How awkward for us both.
You mean...
Yeah, I'm looking at my processes, my performance right now. Everything else is in the middle or low, and my GPU is at 92%.
Idiot, don't make the lady repeat herself. Apologies, my lady. We'll make ourselves scarce.
Close one. Opportunities like this are so few and far between. I've got to get this back in place. Oh, wonderful. How are these arranged again?
What has she been up to? Is she a spy?
A magic spell? Is that the formula?
I suppose I could look at something a little less recent too, but I still want a
Just my
specific
luck.
size. So
I can't carry out something that big. And now I know where it is.
Jolly good! You've got the man's eyes on you. Now that you've sworn fealty, we can get right down in the guts of his Skyrunner.
you threw an idea in Discord?
I worry for Gallica. Perhaps
I want to see.
we ask too much of her. I hope she's all right.
It's not operating right now, but it is on my computer.
Ah, it seems you worried for naught.
I'm back.
I've had it off for fear that it would cause performance
You're
issues
clearly bursting with good news, too.
when doing streaming.
I know, right? I found where the formula is. I'm pretty sure I saw the real thing. Even if it wasn't, I'd bet the real one's somewhere in that room.
Masterfully done. We could have asked no better an infiltrator.
That songstress Juno was there too. I'm pretty sure it was Luis's private quarters. So I have to wonder what she was doing there.
Whatever the case, I assume you could lead the way to the room?
Well, yes, but it might be a bit tricky. To get to Luis's quarters, we'd need to go through the crew quarters, then through the starboard corridor, or the port corridor. You need a key to get into each of the divisions. Whoever's in charge at each guard post has one. Luis's private quarters have a special key too. That one's held by the representative on the bridge.
In short, we'll need to pass through 3 blocks.
That's someone
The
whose
crew
brain I'll
quarters,
pick about
either the starboard or port
new
corridor,
graphics card.
and the bridge.
It looked like he's usually got his quarters under guard. So we'll want to pick a time of day when there'll be less
In fact, I'm
people
gonna
around.
message them right now. Can we drain all the resources so we remove it? Yeah, it's
If we need it less crowded,
I
then
would just
how
keep it
about the
turned
night of the
off when I'm
soiree?
streaming, but the problem
Surely
is
it would be a skeleton
I've been
crew.
having this issue like get worse and worse, so I'm thinking I'm gonna need to figure something out soon. Apparently the soiree will be held at the luxury inn that caters exclusively to the upper class. The soldiers manning his runner are bound to have duties in town that day.
He would have us debut as his supporters on that night. How would we get away with not being present?
About 16 gigabytes. D, 97 WRX. There you go.
Maybe if we just
I probably won't
excuse
get an
ourselves
answer,
for a
but-
short time?
Till
We've
like
got
tomorrow.
plenty of time to prepare. Securing an infiltration route, finding out when it will be less crowded.
Oh, wait.
This is all work we
The
can
Ritter
get done
skill
in
might be up
advance.
by?
On the night of, Gallica and one other will slip
Well, it
out,
was fine
swipe
before.
The formula, then return
It's
by the
just
shortest
lately
route
it's
possible.
gotten this, it's gotten bad, and I don't know why it's gotten bad when it's been completely fine before.
Have anyone in mind? My hearing makes stealth jobs simple work.
That's what's kind of
No.
frustrated about it.
I
It
think
was fine.
he'd be
Now
our
it's
best
not
bet.
fine.
You would have the guest of honor himself absent?
This is Luis we're talking about.
I could
He's
scale
bound
this
to
down.
notice
Though. I was thinking
any
about
absence.
resizing this window
If
too.
we've lost on that front already, we might as well send our strongest.
What do you think? It would be risky as a near solo infiltration. Are you up to the task?
I'll have to make it work.
We'll just have to make it work.
You truly mean that?
Seriously. We're jumping from tightrope to tightrope here. We'll have to prep our infiltration strategy tomorrow. For now, let's get back to the inn and get some rest.
That reminds me.
I mean, there's been patches, yeah. There was one just a month ago. True, fair enough. That everything's not the same. By the way, do you remember the man we met in Luis's Gauntlet Runner? He seemed very proud of his strength.
Yes.
Ah, he was rather full of himself, yes. Sergeant Xanth, was it? He got told to go back to his post, which makes me wonder. He might be in charge of one of the runner's sectors.
I see.
That would be unfortunate. I could tell his strength was formidable even to be near him. I doubt he would simply let us pass. In any case, we should probably rest for today. We can talk in more detail in the morning. So we're going to have to infiltrate.
What now?
Luis's runner. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yes.
Good night.
You know, there was some graphical
Time
update in
marches
the most
on,
recent
and the
patch
age
for
of a new
14,
king
so it could
draws
be
nearer.
that, yeah, that is causing it to be worse than it was before. Because before, like I said, it was fine.
Now then.
You guys didn't even know I had it in the background. Starting today, we need to work on an infiltration route to Luis's private quarters. The issue is those in charge of each area, the ones holding the keys. It would seem they make a formidable lineup. What shall we do? Maybe the simplest option is the best option. Get them alone, beat their key from them, and push forward.
Even so,
If we mean to attack, a short, decisive encounter is the order of the day. If they call for reinforcements, we may not fare so well.
Yes.
Luis's subordinates have attained their rank through martial prowess. If we wound their pride, negotiation may still be on the table. This is a new challenge.
I'm a little worried.
This is a challenge unlike any we've faced so far.
Yeah.
Right, a new situation calls for new tactics. We have to build up our strength by hunting bounties and the like, or we may end up over our heads. So basically, I have free time until the 13th. Maybe we could dig up some dirt through an informant. Who knows? They might have a weakness we can exploit. Well then, before we secure our route to his quarters, it sounds like we have to do some digging before the day of the soiree. So I have two deadlines. Or is it day of? We're gonna challenge the fucker.
Let's focus.
Infiltrate. We have until the 12th. Got 20 days left. That's a
Let's
lot
head
of
there.
time. If you're on 14 while watching the stream, YouTube vid will crash. The sound will continue. Yeah, I've had that happen a lot with 14. It's weird because like sometimes what I've noticed is happening is like the ping goes up extremely high too.
Oh, what should I do?
At this rate, they'll surely die. Must my hands always be stained with the blood of children?
Huh?
Sorry, blood and children? Oh, have I seen you somewhere before? Now that I mention it, I do recall seeing an elder boy at the exhibition. One that looked to be the same age as, They say you've been traveling across the country, helping all those in need. If that's true, then may I ask for your aid as well?
What a pity.
During a training exercise, the city's guard corps were ambushed by a human. There were many casualties, especially among the youngest recruits. I need a special medicine to save them, but the shop stocks are exhausted, and I can't make it myself, as it requires ingredients found only within a monster-infested forest. Yeah, sure, we'll get them. You'll do it? Truly, I cannot thank you enough. The medicine is derived from a fruit called the dragon thistleberry. I hear it grows in the Gracia forest. Perhaps it would be wise to learn about the monsters that inhabit the place first. Is it Gracia? Informant may know more.
Help?
One dragon thistleberry isn't going to be enough to save everyone, so I'll need 7. I know it'll be difficult, but lives depend on it.
Let's give it a shot.
Oh, deadline. Okay.
Whoa.
This must be Gracia Forest. There should be places to park the runner between the trees.
This
Alright.
place.
Right. Probably have some
Well
more requests hiding places. Not appear to be any more over here.
All right then.
Here we go. We'll just start from the top.
Let's go.
Let me check. Yeah, that's what I can do there. So we'll make an adjustment on
Yeah?
metaphor.
What
here.
now?
Graphic settings. Let me try that for now. Let me also do windowed. Which of course will fuck with it on stream, but hang on. Properties. Not that. We want to transform this to fit. So that should also help. Oh, small child.
Excuse me?
Please, mister, make me your apprentice. Huh? Apprentice? Where is this coming from? You're that candidate from the exhibition, right? One of my friends saw and started talking about how cool you were. So I want to be like you, mister. Please let me be your apprentice.
No kidding.
Ah, so that's why. But we can't exactly take a kid like you with us. If you want this friend of yours to notice you, I'm sure there's another way. Like getting them something they like. Yay! Oh, that might be good! It's my friend's birthday soon, so a gift would be great. Maybe flowers, like from the flower shop? Oh wait, my friend wouldn't want any old flower he can get from this city. That's boring. I got it. I'll go exploring outside the city and look for a wild flower. Sure, if you want to get eaten by wild humans. It's way too dangerous for a kid to go wandering out there. That seems to do the trick indeed. Yeah, it does look like it's chugging less. How about leaving this one to us? Leave it to me. You're really nice, mister. Then will you bring me a flower?
If so,
you can become Torrens' supporter in return. Basically, you just gotta cheer him on to help him become king. Okay, easy. I'll be your supporter. Promise. I'll just wait here till you've got the flower. My friend's birthday is August 10th, so before then... Alright, so we know what we're doing first. If it's a flower from another city we need, I bet a church would have it. Why not stop by St. Firmus Church and ask?
let's give it a shot.
Because that's the one we have with the deadline. We will make that our first priority.
How grand. Yeah?
Hang on one second. This stream is like half troubleshooting, half not. Isn't this fun, guys? Damn, those bastards think I'm making this up? I definitely saw it. I know I did. Yow!
That's how it's gonna be, is it?
I'm in no mood to be gawked at, kid. My teeth are killing me here. It hurts so damn much. I've started seeing tooth monsters. At this rate, I'm gonna need my teeth extracted. Almost all of them. If only some kind, generous soul could help me. I need a certain item to cure my toothache. If only some kind fellow would bring it to me, I'd give 15,000 reeve. Tell me more? Fantastic. I knew you'd seem reliable from the first time I laid eyes on... I feel like I've seen you before somewhere. Right, you were a candidate at the exhibition. Then that makes this easy. The thing I need is just a quick jaunt away if you got a gauntlet runner. So what's this item you're looking for? It's the Pride of Inundo. The toothbrush of... What the fuck? It's the Pride of Inundo. The toothbrush of Hygienia. I need you to buy one for me. Of course I'll reward you, and you'll have my vote, whatever that's worth. That's even earlier, so it's gonna be this one first. I'll wait for you until August 9th. Any longer and I really will have to get them all pulled, so please.
Let's give it a shot.
The low rank one.
That's where you want to go.
Nundo is right here.
A village.
Okay, we're not going there right away though. I've tried to go there myself, but every step just made my teeth hurt even more. Ow! You okay there, buddy? Looks like I'm not going anywhere. Guess I'll be waiting here. God damn, that hurts. Make for the forest beyond the village. I can just stop on the way. Okay.
Let's give it a shot.
Boy, this guy needs help. We better go buy that toothbrush of Hygienia as soon as we can.
All right then.
So picked up what was here.
Let's go.
Young man.
All right then.
Where are we? What map did I go to? Merchant's Bazaar. Okay.
I'm in trouble now.
Damn it all! My clients are expecting delivery soon, and these fool horns are hardly an ideal canvas for my outstanding workmanship. Hey, what's got you hollering like that? Oh, I'm simply a craftsman who takes pride in my exacting detail and peerless skill. I take monster horns and engrave them, transforming them into beautiful ornaments. But my technique has progressed to the level where these middling horns can't withstand the intricate level of detail that I try to grace them with. They fall apart as I'm working.
Oh, yeah?
That's too bad. If only there was a horn that was tough enough to withstand your technique. Oh, but that's the thing. There is a horn worthy of my skill. Apparently, within the Forsaken Tower, there is a giant called Orgus, whose horn surpasses all others. But that tower is infested with monsters. The ebony horn is basically impossible for a normal person to retrieve. Why, I think the task could only be completed by someone who demonstrated a great amount of valor at the Exhibition of the Brave. If only someone like that was about. I'll do it. Oh, can it be? Now that I got a better look at you, it is! You're the young candidate that everyone is talking about. Yes, of course, you could save me in my darkest hour. What's with the theatrics? It's obvious he recognized you right away. Whatever. You're going to give us a reward for this, right? Of course, of course! My pockets are overflowing with advanced payments from countless patrons of the arts. Like I mentioned, you can find the Orgus within the nest of monsters known as the Forsaken Tower located north of town. If you want more details, an informant would be your best bet. There should be one at the Greatest Catch. You know, the tavern in the Inn District.
Let's give it a shot.
So I gotta go back to the tavern.
Gotta get prepared.
Great, let's head to the Greatest Catch and speak to the informant then. That's the tavern in the Inn District.
Say there.
All right then.
There's a quest to pick up at the Arena Front Wharf. Wait. Huh?
Was that?
Did you hear that? Sounds like someone moaning in pain. Alright, so we're gonna talk to one of these people that are dying. Who was I hearing in pain? Not you. That's too far away. You? Ow, I really overdid it this time. Hey, you there. You don't happen to have a medicinal herb on hand, do you? I got my arse kicked in the Coliseum.
Hey!
He's in pretty rough shape. A medicinal herb would go a long way, and you have 17. Want to give him one?
God bless you.
Oh, thank heavens, you just became my best friend.
Thank you.
Still hurts a little, but it's all right now. Thanks for the small miracle. No one else was willing to help me even though I was suffering. You're the only one. So please, take this reward. Briny threads and some bait. Even though he was clearly in a lot of pain, no one at the Coliseum paid him any attention. Glad we helped.
This heat is such a bother.
How grand.
Hey,
Alright, what's this guy got?
What is it?
What's your problem, kid? Quit staring. Come back when you're old enough to buy... Hold on. You the candidate everyone's been talking about? From the exhibition? Your face stuck in my memory. Strange thing, a kid like you in the race. Wow, rude. And what do you mean we have to be old enough? What are you even selling? Why, I'm the most famous brewer in the city. They call my house special the Miraculous Mead. So good it'll put years on your lifespan. Sounds like good stuff, but Tora needs a few more years before he can drink. So, we'll see you around. Hold on there. I saw you captured everyone's eyes at the exhibition. I'll gamble on that being skill, not chance. So I've got a task I need help with. I'm looking for something, see? If you find it, I'll give you some of my brew. Sell it, drink it, either way, you'll get something out of it. I'll throw in a little extra, too. Hell, if you succeed, I'll start supporting your campaign openly. Can't imagine a kid could do what I couldn't, but what do you say? What am I looking for?
Amazing.
You sound confident enough. Right, then it's deal. This cup I'm looking for is called the Chalice of Legends. Really? The way I hear it, everyone who ever owned that cup died under mysterious circumstances. By now, nobody can say if the cup even exists. And that's the great question. The cup that kills the owner and a brew that extends life. Take a sip and which legend wins?
Let's give it a shot.
No deadline, alright. You're awfully casual about a gamble that might get you killed. Well, do you have any clues on where this Chalice of Legends is? Well, if you believe the rumors, the ghost of its last owner still refuses to let it out of his grasp. Some folks reported being attacked by that same ghost. Not that I've been able to find him myself. But you're a candidate, eh? Going up and down the countryside in that runner of yours? You've seen your share of monsters and secrets. And about the bounty? Oh, that makes sense. If it's already been attacking people, there might be a bill up to take it out.
Yeah!
Let's head to the recruitment center to see if there's any information on the bounty. Alright. Night Prowler is the inn. That's the sword shop.
Go.
Recruitment center. Oh yeah, I think calling it a little early today is a good idea. The way you would go until 8:30 my time.
Welcome.
It's all about the tournament. They should allocate more manpower into slaying the monsters. Anyway, here to look at the contracts? Oh yeah, you're friends with Katharina, aren't you? She keeps pestering me to raise your bounty rewards. Can't say no to the best bounty hunter in the country. Just don't go slacking now you've got a bit of a pay raise. Ha! No need to thank me. I'm sure bounty hunting is calling your name too. Pretty sure you also need the Chalice of Legends for a bounty board quest. You should absolutely turn in the bounty request first. Okay. They'll just give it back and they can double dip. Hell yeah. Bounty targets. There's only one new target. Slay the fatal lich in the Tomb of Lament.
This is what I've got.
The bounty contract this time is Fatalich, the Apparition, a monster who's taking up residence in the cemetery in Bridlehaven. He's made the graveyard his personal undead paradise, chock full of demon skeletons ready to do his bidding. It's not just the undead that are under its thrall. Seems like it's also compelled a living beast to serve as its bodyguard, so you'll need to fight both at the same time. I know how strong you lot are, but this one seems like it'll be tough, even for you. Even after everything we did at the exhibition? Well then, we'll just have to prove you wrong, won't we? Torin, we can handle this, right? Hell yeah. Promising. If you really insist, it's yours. You'll find the target haunting an old cemetery called the Tomb of Lament. Here, I'll show you where it is. If you'd like more intel on this particular apparition, then you should speak with the informant in Bridlehaven.
Show me what you've got.
The lich is said to carry the extremely rare Chalice of Legends. Bring it back as evidence you've defeated it.
Let's do it.
Oh, so they only want evidence. The other guy's going to keep it. That's why I should do that one first. Or turn in first.
Let's
see here?
The Tomb of Lament is here. Pretty far north, isn't it?
And right there's a labyrinth.
Oh, so
Ooh.
I can do like one big fucking circle. So I can go up here, stop here, then go here.
We'll face danger here.
It probably won't let me actually do that, but you know.
That's...
So that's the thing that one guy was talking about. I remember him mentioning he wants some cup. Oh, would you need it? You can keep it afterward as long as you show it to me first.
Got it.
Got it. Then it's off to Angler's Inn Square to talk to that informant. Everything else is complete.
All right then.
It's not really the spider's den.
Let's go.
Absolutely let you do that. Just go in a big circle. Fucking hell yeah.
Greetings.
Well, if it isn't my friend Torin, what a pleasure. But why the face? You're looking at me like I'm a stranger. But you visited Nightcrawler. I'm its founder. Even if this is our first time meeting in the flesh, I consider any customer a dear friend. Oh my god, I'm struggling to speak. Back off a little, man. You're moving kind of fast. What do you even want with us? Well, I'm hoping you can do some negotiation on my behalf so I can get my deed back. Tragically, I had to offer it as a collateral on a loan, but even after paying my creditor off, I haven't been able to get it back in my hands. The man in question is a respected Ishkia noble, whereas I am but a humble paripus and entrepreneur. I doubt I can count on the law backing me. But he won't treat a high-profile candidate with the same rudeness. That's the kind of man he is. I'll handle it. Ah! Listen to that confidence. I feel emboldened just hearing the words. The noble in question has a certain fondness for, shall we say, blood sport? I don't doubt he's watching a fight as we speak. He's an Ishkia fellow, positively dripping with disdain for us common folks. Can't miss him, I'm sure.
Well then.
I'll be waiting here. You just let me know when you've got your hands on that deed.
Let's give it a shot.
Varmereno Coliseum, okay. So we're looking for a pompous Ishkia, huh?
Alright.
One who enjoys watching fights. You thinking what I'm thinking?
All right then.
Got a lot of different places to go to is what I'm thinking.
Let's go.
Huh.
Oi.
Huh. Oi!
Hang on. Wonderful. That's the one from the exhibition.
Oh, now the NPCs are going to comment about me.
I'm just
Hey, listen.
incredulous. Fancy a bit of info?
What lore do you have for... That's a lot of fucking lore. What goods are sold?
Cheers.
Village called Inundo, a little ways up north of here. It might look abandoned at first glance, but there's still shopping to do there. Sell mostly rubbish like rusty weapons and armor. Maybe you polish them up, you'd find some rare treasures. They sell Hell's Boiling Bath Bomb, which is a bath salt, mellow milk, as well as toothbrushes. Okay. The ingredients of Oceania.
Cheers.
Oceania? There are a lot of shops in Brylehaven dealing in rare ingredients. There are even stands selling meat harvested from monsters and such. Other than that, there's the butcher who sells marbled bluefin tuna and briny salt from the water shop. But the only specialty good you can get from the village nearby is really mellow milk. What's rare depends on the person, I suppose. You cook, do you? I respect that there's more to you than strength. That reminds me, the younger of the Magnus brothers, his cooking... I've said too much. Forget it.
Want in on this?
Because most people normally stay away from the Forsaken Tower. It's become a complete den of monsters. Oh!
Ooh.
The Forsaken Tower is here? It's really in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Huh.
It's your call.
Alright. Interesting. Among them, there's a particularly powerful giant called the Orgus.
Just between us.
Be careful, when it stores up power, the next attack will hurt. So let's just say keep your defenses up. Okay. That if you can remove its buff before its next attack, the rampage won't be so bad. Fortunately, it also seems to be weak against dark magic. You best make sure you can use some of that.
Want in on this?
The Tomb of Lament, eh? Of course I can tell you all about it. The bounty's called a Fatal Lich. Some people say it's a ghost. That's scary enough on its own, but the real horror is how it summons a two-headed beast called a Chimenza? Is it just a chimera?
Just between us.
It's not just fighting two enemies at once that's the problem. With the Chimenzas around, Fatal Lich's attacks get stronger. It uses powerful dark magic, or so I heard from a bounty hunter who narrowly escaped from it with his life. You'd better either prepare ways to protect against magic, or use the Chimenza's weakness, wind, to take it out quick. As you might expect, seeing as it's a ghost, Fatal Lich is weak to light. Couldn't hurt to keep that handy.
No kidding.
Got it. Our best tactic is to devise a way to protect against this magic, and also summon wind and light magic of our own. There's a Guptaros over there too. Its attacks are incredibly strong after it builds up its power, but I've heard it's weak to spears and bows. That's about it. Watch your step, unless you want your next step to be into the grave.
Want in on this?
Guessing you're after Dragon Thistleberry. The Cacasados that lords over that area loves them too, so be careful. The Cocasados will unleash terrifying attacks at season opening. Some might even kill you instantly. I recommend having magic that hardens your defenses, and I hear it's weak to projectiles, so having those wouldn't hurt either.
Just between us.
Got it.
So bows. Security guard Salva?
Fancy a bit of info?
Salva, you say? He's a Caradrius's guard chief. Got some business with him? He's not someone you'll have an opportunity to meet with often. His job's to patrol the Caradrius on the lookout for intruders. The chief of security is no pushover. He's a powerful opponent who's earned Luisa's trust with his strength. They say he's got an almighty igniter that can damage any foe. Won't be easy to guard against that.
Just between us.
I hear he's weak to projectiles and lances, though. I'm sensing a theme. Maybe his reaction time's slow, what with wearing that big helmet and all. That's about it. Remember that on the off chance you find yourself against him.
I guess so.
No doubt he's powerful if he's in charge of Luisa's guards. If we don't come at him with all we've got, we're in trouble. We need to be confident we're ready to fight. Oh, and he uses almighty magic, right? Sounds like it'll be trouble, but maybe we can retaliate with some of our own? Bridge Juna Devotee Cabio.
Fancy a bit of info?
The Caradrius' helmsman, Cabio, is stationed on the bridge. He's a fervent supporter of Lady Juna. Not to say, I know how he feels. She acts so sweet and has such a lovely voice. Ah, I'm swooning here. I'd almost think she was a goddess.
Come on!
We're not paying for that. What's his fighting style? You're playing spar with him? Well, he's the only one Luis is granted the privilege of being the helmsman amongst all his minions, so you can bet he's a strong one.
Just between us.
Having said that, he's weak to electric. I hear he had a traumatic experience in a storm once. And rumor has it, when the weather gets rough, he even turns the steering over to his second command. Pretty solid evidence, isn't it?
Thanks.
Guess we better prepare some electric magic then. But he's one of Luis's hand-picked officers, so it might be a tough fight no matter what. Time permits, we should train a bit before fighting him. Slow and steady wins the race, after all. No point in hurrying. Gletchum, the port master.
Fancy a bit of info?
Master Sergeant Gletchum is in charge of the port corridor. Quite frankly, he's an absolute loon. Don't tell him I said that, though. I value my life. He's a intense person in a lot of ways, but the way he fights in particular is, as I said, quite mad. He starts yelling like a madman and swings his axe all around him. You'll want to watch out for it, or it'll daze you. If I recall correctly, the magic shop sells equipment that protects against that. Might be worth checking out.
Just between us.
All the blood rushes to his head, so he falls for being provoked really easily, though. If you bring someone to act as a decoy along, I think you can beat him without much hassle. Ha! Ideally, you won't have to fight him. But if you do, keep that in mind.
I guess so.
We'll need a decoy then. You know, I think there's a skill that would be useful. But if we aren't strong enough, our decoy could fall and our strategy would be ruined. Let's ensure we improve our combat skills before fighting him. Chief Seba.
Fancy a bit of info?
That old fart, maintenance Chief Seba, eh? He's in charge of the starboard corridor. Can't take a joke, so I've never gotten along with him. He's as strong as you'd expect, considering the authority he's been given. His magic that repels attacks is especially impressive. As you can guess, if you try to physically attack him, it'll bounce right back at you. The more you put into it, the more you'll end up hurting.
Just between us.
That said, his barrier doesn't repel magic, but magic isn't especially effective either, from what I hear. To win, you'll need to find a way to perform physical attacks without having them bounce back at you. Heh. Not that I expect you'll end up fighting him.
Let's see.
That guy sounds like a massive pain in the... If we don't improve our skills, we'll be done for. And since he uses magic that repels physical attacks, we want to find some way to dispel that too. Crew Quarters Sergeant Xanth.
Fancy a bit of info?
There's a man named Sergeant Xanth among Luis's subordinates. He's the officer in charge of the Caradrius' crew quarters. Naturally, he's a tough customer. Xanth! Oh! That important-looking guy we saw at the Caradrius the other day. What? An acquaintance of yours? You might know this already, but... He's a large man wearing armor who holds strength is justice as his creed. I hear he was once a competitor at the Coliseum, too.
Just between us.
He's strong, of course, but not invulnerable. Rumor is he's weak against burn and poison. Since he's wearing all that armor, it's hard for him to just walk it off and deal with those. I'm sure paralysis and stun will work well, too. But Luis values power, and so while the old battle axe might have some weaknesses, if Luis trusts him, you can bet he's strong as blazes.
Gotcha.
I see. They will have to find ways to inflict status ailments, of course. And it'll certainly be a dangerous fight if we don't do a bit of training first. No such thing as being too prepared, so let's head there when we're sure we're ready. That was a lot of reading.
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous. All right then.
Like, I had to go to the Coliseum, I think. It's 8 o'clock, so we're actually flagging pretty good. So we'll actually probably end at the 8:30 mark. Because I'm also just struggling to read. There's no one here.
All right then.
Yeah?
Not merely a low-life urchin, but a grubby little elder besides. I have no words to waste on your kind. Out of my sight.
Yep.
Sounds like we found our pompous Ishkia. Bet this guy's got the deed we're looking for. But he won't even give us a second glance. We'll have to think of something to say to catch his attention. About my loan. A loan? I don't recall lending to a gutter rat like you. Probably don't want to jump right into talking about the loan first thing. Is there some other way to get his attention? You know me, I trust. Have I seen you before? Ah! You're the candidate who offered up a noble's head at the exhibition. Elder or not, I can respect such sophisticated tactics. Go on then, I'll hear you out. But as you can imagine, I'll be busy watching the fights. If you have nothing more worthy of my attention, I can't be bothered.
What do you want to do?
What's our move? Bring up the deed, or try a different topic? What's about this deed? A deed? So this is a business call, is it? I thought you might have something worth my time, but you're as boring as the merchants. Begone, I have no taste for this talk. This son of a bitch.
What do you want to do?
I beg your pardon? He would mock these sublime, artful fights. I prefer real fights. I see. I suppose you are a candidate. No doubt you've been to many distant lands, fought strange and skillful opponents. I confess I'm intrigued. Might I hear of these adventures?
Amazing!
Got him on the hook. What story do we tell him? Ever tasted a giant sandworm? Why ever would I want to?
Hang on!
Come on, don't gross him out. We've got his attention. We need a real showstopper to get him on our side. Though, I guess it's not like I can think of anything. That's all, is it? Come back once you've actually accomplished something worthwhile. If you visit the legendary tower north of the city, for instance. Uh-huh. Okay.
All right then.
See, probably not be able
Let's
to
go.
complete an entire dungeon, but we can start the process on some stuff. Namely, let's get our time things situated.
Well, what do you want to do?
Now then.
There is much to see.
I think we have a favor to do there.
Someone wanted a tool for cleaning teeth, yes? One of the stranger requests we've gotten. But I suppose the reward is worth it. Since it's also a town, there could be more
It's your call.
requests in here. We should get there by midday. Let's go.
Great.
What to pick?
Is she crying? We're gonna have to go talk to Hulkenberg. Is it Idol's Day? No, it's Arbor's Day. Oh, Hulkenberg, where are you hiding? Are you down here? No, why would you be down here? Are you in the kitchen? I mean, not the kitchen, over here? Nope. There she is.
Ah, 'tis you.
Have you not decided our plans for the day? Even though we mustn't let our guard down. A breather might do us some good.
Sorry.
I apologize, but I must ask that we save training for another time. Right now, I have some things I like to ponder alone.
If so,
Could you spare a moment for me then? It says about Rodanth, the Knight Commander. My family found prominence through means beyond the wealth we lacked. Scholarship, mostly, with some having developed a taste for politics. I was the outlier. My single-minded pursuit of martial arts put me quite outside their sphere. And considering my temperament, they had no idea what to do with me.
yes.
My family offered me no meaning worth pursuing, so I volunteered for the Guard when I was still quite young. I thought that, in the military, I could blaze my own trail on strength alone, but, well, such ideals were meaningless to House Hulkenberg. Before I had the chance to prove my abilities, they had already made arrangements to assign me to the Knights, ensuring I would not disgrace the family name.
But
I was fortunate enough to meet Rodanth in the course of my training as a new recruit. He was born into a storied rogue household, but his house dissolved and he joined the military after its decline.
that's why.
What changed him?
The truth is...
After our training concluded, Rodanth was openly being considered for appointment to the Prince's Royal Guard. However, instead, it was I, still tender in years, who was ultimately selected. Rodanth lacked for nothing as a knight. He and I were equals in all things, save that my family had put the right words in the right ears. He was denied appointment to the Royal Guard. Instead, he was sent to the front lines, alongside the common footmen of the State Army. I'm sure he was frustrated. He made a name for himself and returned to the Order, but to see him rise to the rank of commander in such a short period of time... You respect that? Are you trying to say you respect him?
No.
Rodan's current behavior does not befit a knight commander, and it hardly bears saying that we cannot allow such abuse of power. Even if I am partly responsible for his attachment to power. Nay, indeed, 'twould be all the more reason to intervene. But I cannot help but wonder whether it's even my place to judge him. Even as I sought to carve my own path, my knighthood only became at my family's behest, and after failing to protect my charge, I left the capital at a wanderer. All these lofty words, what weight do they bear from one such as I? A knight-errant and errored, failed in her solemn duty. It's not who you are, Hulkenberg. Yet even if I now stay my course, what of my past self? What of she who wandered? Once upon a time, I thought myself righteous. I respected order, brought many a criminal to justice, and saw many a punishment meted out.
Alas.
Yet looking back, I know it was a matter of convenience, a way to disguise the weakling I was, my knightly standing a replacement for the family I had forsaken. Of course, in my time as a knight, I failed to protect the prince, and abandoned my post to seek him out with no more honor than a thief in the night. I fled my family, and I fled my knighthood. Rodanth, he sees this in me, clarion clear. Who am I to claim any chivalry over him? You would run again?
So then...
So you would repeat the past and run from Rodanth. No. I was simply afraid. Afraid to face him. And afraid of facing who I once was. You have friends, you know.
It'll be fine.
We'll all help you through this, no matter what.
You know...
'Tis the way of a broken sword, I suppose. Brute force will avail to nothing. Will avail it nothing, eh? But still.
I see.
Why yes, that sword. Perhaps I lost sight of something very important indeed. But you've always been there to remind me. I'm truly indebted to you, Torin. Know that you have my sincerest thanks. Further deepening of our bond. Hey, we're rank 5 now.
Sorry.
If I may, I'd like some time alone with my thoughts. When I found my answers, let us speak here again.
It's coming our way!
Oi! A monster with the most peculiar color-changing eyes is clinging to the deck. Deal with it before it ruins all the hard work I put into this runner. I better get rid of it fast before Neurus puts our entire journey on hold to buff out any scratches or dents. We cannot allow that beast to make its way into the runner. To the deck, with haste! Whee!
Would you mind not just barging in
Huh?
on us?
Let's give you a try, eh?
What eyeballs?
Moths to a flame!
Huh? Alright, whatever.
One left!
They had no chance against Hyde,
Talk on it.
Stabby stabby.
Reinforcements?
More enemies!
Okay, those are eyeballs, actually.
4 left!
Be neither
Don't let
timid
up.
nor arrogant. How's that?
3 enemies left! We can do this!
Just
That's
2
one
left.
for the
I
captain!
like
Got a
it.
critical!
Wrap this up.
Hell yeah.
Only 1 left! Finish them off and we're clear!
Commendable technique, everyone.
Oh.
The village of Inundo, a small settlement located north of Brylehaven, lies ahead. The industry that once thrived here fell into decline, and now the able-bodied youth dream instead of leaving home. A small population of mostly children and elders remain, and visitors are scarce. The Gauntlet Runner slows to a stop.
That's how a town dies, is when all the youth leave it.
Just a moment.
Oi, what's the meaning of this? It's practically a ghost town here. The villages around here are all like this. Those able to work have gone elsewhere to try and make a living, while the remaining residents live in constant fear of monsters. What a shame. It was my intention to cook something interesting if I came across any unusual ingredients here. That's alright. I think I prefer food that's not overly interesting.
Hey!
It's a bit small, but it looks like they've set up a stall here. Want to talk to them?
That reminds me.
By the way, weren't you asked to buy a toothbrush of Hygienia? Let's see if the store has it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, we got what we came for. Are we all finished here? Let's continue the trip.
Now then.
We'll go here.
Request there.
Tombs and treasures certainly seem to go hand in hand. We may be in for quite a haul here.
You seem interested, lad.
I'm not keen on robbing graves, but it does help fund our endeavors. So as long as we don't overdo it, the spirits will understand.
Yeah, but...
Here? The weather seems pretty bad there today. We might hit delays, so maybe we should get our fortune told.
It's your call.
I don't fucking
Let's be
care.
off.
We're going.
As the sky turns the same muddy color as the land below, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet land. However, confidence would be ill-advised. Listen carefully for footfalls in the mud, and move at the break of dawn.
All right then.
Nobody wants to talk to me?
All right then.
Oops, wrong one. Nope, not that one. There you go, I found the button I need to hit. No one to hang with! Alright, we're gonna go to bed. I'm ready to go to bed. Huh? Right, bed's over here.
Sure.
I'll hang out with the NPC later. Brr, brr. Ah! It's an enemy attack! Time to muster, people! No! They've reached the deck already! Don't let them hurt the runner! I beg you!
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting!
Let's have a spot of inventive ingenuity.
This is unexpected. Is this why traveling at night is a bad idea? I'm gonna go to bed. Runs directly to the toilet. I'm now concerned about your sleeping situation. It had a door! I forgot the beds are the pod things.
I got 3 left.
They had no chance against Highwaymen.
Let's finish this.
My life
no
is in your
escape.
hands.
Wrap
Stroll
this
took
up.
one out.
Huh.
Keep it up.
What?
Ha! Take that.
An ambush.
How many are there? Come on, everyone.
I don't care. Ooh,
Cool,
wait
I'm
a
counting
second.
on you.
Hello.
Now, what's the play?
Did I accidentally skip his turn? I'm gonna hit
They're
this
weak
button.
to electricity. Give them a jolt.
I call
Electricity.
upon royal power within.
Let's do this.
Run them
Oh.
through.
Stroll gave them a new weakness.
Is everyone
Huh?
alright?
Hit them where it hurts.
I did? Alright.
How's that? They yet cling to life.
There they go.
Oh, I ran away. I fucked up.
Let us carry this fortune onward.
Hell yeah.
Appreciated.
Thank you, nice work out there. That should keep the baddies at bay for now. And you kept the craft safe and sound too. Now then, have a good night's sleep. It's not exactly what he said, but
marches
close
on,
enough.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
Wee. I'm dead.
What to pick?
Meh. Nobody wants to talk. Let's kill time with Stroll.
I'm sorry.
I mentioned a fishmonger, but given how many stalls there are in Grand Trad, oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
I rather just like having so much time to sit
Hey.
and think. I will.
so
All right.
Ah, yeah, they're not actually gonna talk. They're just gonna pass time. Fucking yes, thank you. I'm just so tired.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Phew. Ahoy! Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at a spectacular waterfall northwest of Brylehaven, the Peregrine Falls. The water cascading down from the river between the canyons is among the kingdom's finest vistas, thanks in part to the monuments carved into rocky cliffs. Is the rumbling echo simply the water plummeting into the basin below? Or the roar of the
Oh,
Mage
it's
King?
one of those vistas we're stopping at, right? We're gonna get a new card for Maria. Ooh, Peregrine Falls. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna have to speak.
This?
What could this be? Yet again, it seems we found ourselves within the most peculiar of places. Something is just barely visible beyond the waterfall's veil. Statue, perhaps? Oh, it is. It's a face. It's screaming. It must be. They look like faces, but why would anyone go through all the trouble of carving something like that behind a waterfall?
Besides,
Aren't their expressions kind of scary? Maybe it wasn't really a waterfall to begin with. Looks like they're dying. Their pained expressions make it look as though they're just moments away from death. It must be difficult to carve rock in a place like this. Just whose face could that be anyway?
Mayhap.
'Tis perhaps the likeness of one of the old hero kings. I believe a legend involving the Mage King is set within this region. I'd not question it if he told me this was all created with the Mage King's magic. They say he mastered immensely powerful forces, which he used to protect his people. I cannot help but think what would drive someone to go to such great lengths to carve such a terrifying monument upon these stones. Attention? Maybe it was their way of calling attention to something. The exploits of the legendary hero kings have persisted throughout the land, but many of them met untimely ends. Perhaps that was also the Mage King's fate. Power closes as many doors as it opens. Regardless of the intent with which you wield it, you may yet become feared and ostracized. It's kind of sad when you think about it. When you put it that way, it almost feels like the roar of the waterfall is meant to represent the Mage King's cries of anguish.
Yes.
That is indeed true. Then we may best honor those sentiments by etching this place within our memory. We may think on it more, but 'tis time to return to the runner. Aha. Boom.
All right.
Hello.
While the peculiarities of these waterfalls are up for debate, their majesty is not. I've made a nice little record of the site. Do take it with you. I'll give this drawing to Maria later. I headed back to the runner, imagining the surprised expressions that would appear on her face when I tell her about this place.
Their destination is the Tomb of Lament, found north of Oceania. Interred beneath the earth here lie the victims of a terrible epidemic. It is said the lamentations of the lost echo throughout, disfiguring the somber burial ground into a mass grave for criminals and the kinless. The vindictive spirits conjure restless monsters. And it is here that the Gauntlet Runner comes to an uneasy halt.
Now then.
Well, this is a tomb we've been looking for, is it not? What is our next course of action? We defeat the monster in the back and retrieve the Chalice of Legends. They say there's a ghost in there, but do you think that's really it? Think back to the Grand Cathedral with Zorba and his profane arts. We witnessed specters that could easily bear such a label. It is likely, if not certain, that people have simply mistaken the true nature of this monstrosity.
Well,
I can understand why people might wish the dead could return, but let's find this thing and put it into the rumors.
Also,
I've heard of weapons and ancient treasures being buried in these places, but they're probably off the main path.
My thanks.
Torin, we will follow your lead. Just a second, I sense something. This feeling, something's
hey.
here. It was only for a moment, but I thought I sensed one of the relics Neros is looking for. Oh boy. Make sure you don't miss any treasure chests, okay? What was our intel for this one?
What now?
We're in the place where we can get the chalice? This is accessories. Bam, 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 bam. Here it is. Tomb of Lament.
Want in on this? Just between us.
Dark magic, wind, light.
No kidding.
Dark wind, light. Okay. Spears, dark wind, light, bows. Okay. Well, we do have two of the same
What now?
types in the party. She's mastered this, so she doesn't need to stay in this anymore. Gunner, that's not a bow. Magic Seeker, Mage, Faker. Cleric, Brawler. That's the Knight. Thief. Well, would use a bow then? Or am I just stuck with spear? Okay, so we got dark magic with Heisme. Gunner uses bow. We'll make her a gunner then. Yeah. Perfect. So we have spear, bow, dark, poison for something later. Probably something in here. Hex, forget. Medium light damage. We can go with that, or maybe we just get some. We'll do some cyclone. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Stroll can keep using this. Let's give him light magic then.
All right.
What now?
And we'll actually call it here before I have to focus on fighting a bunch of trash to get to the boss and exploring the dungeon, because I am wiped. Doing the savage was fun. It just kind of took a lot of energy out of me because of a lot of focus. So, I'll be back Wednesday. Wednesday is gonna be a lot more chill. Because there's going to be new content in 14. I'll probably have done a lot of it already. So we'll probably just be doing reclears while I run around and also do stuff in the new content that's coming. So can't wait to show that off because I'm kind of excited for it. But I'm holding my breath still because of how disappointing Island Sanctuary was in Walker. And it was so disappointing I quit. So, alright. We're gonna call it here. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll be back Wednesday. Bye.